time and speaking to us on NewsX. With that, viewers, we're shifting focus to developments that we're tracking as far as the political parleys in Karnataka is concerned. Sources to NewsX now state that Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be travelling to Delhi today. This is the latest information. Of course, he's held a breakfast meeting. He's been in Delhi over the last couple of days. He returned to Bengaluru earlier and has held a breakfast meeting today morning. There was information that was circulating that he was slated to meet the governor of the state at 11 a.m. But now sources are indicating that CM Siddaramaiah will travel to Delhi post the meeting with the governor at 11 a.m. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Anand Singh. Anand, of course, you've been tracking these high-stakes developments very closely. Fresh information coming in. Siddaramaiah is to travel to Delhi. This of course, comes amid murmurs that he is going to tender his resignation. What can we expect from this fresh piece of news? There's also a lot of murmur about him being offered a Rajya Sabha berth. What further discussions are likely to take place? What are your sources telling you?
Yeah, even as Siddaramaiah is all set to step down, this is what the sources have indicated as he has also called a breakfast meeting today at his resident office is still going on. There several of his cabinet colleagues are present. So clearly, sources earlier indicated that during this meeting, Siddaramaiah will be announcing that he will going to step down as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. So clearly, he has also sought an appointment with the governor to meet him, and that time is of around 3 p.m. So clearly, now what new press information has come is that Siddaramaiah, after meeting the governor over there in Bengaluru, he will be traveling to the national capital. Once again, he will be back in Delhi. So clearly, he is coming here to meet the party high command. This is what sources have indicated. And the party insiders, they said that Siddaramaiah is all set to thank the party leadership for giving him the opportunity to lead the state as not once but twice, as he has also become the longest serving Chief Minister of a state. Siddaramaiah is already a stalwart leader from the Vilayat committee, and he comes from the committee, and so clearly the kind of sentiment with people and the mass appeal he has. So looking to the kind of opportunity the party has provided him, he is coming to the Delhi to meet the party high command that includes Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. This is what sources have indicated. So clearly, sources are also saying that during this meeting, Siddaramaiah is also likely to meet his CPC chairperson, Sonia Gandhi, personally to thank her for giving him the opportunity to lead the party and the government in the southern states, where the Congress party has came back to power in 2022 with a thumping majority by getting 136 seats. So clearly, this is an important development as Siddaramaiah is once again set to return to the national capital. And just 2 days ago, we have seen that how Siddaramaiah had held a marathon meeting with the party leadership that included Rahul Gandhi, Kharge, K.C. Venugopal, and a state in charge, Randeep Singh Surjewala. So clearly, this is a very big development as Siddaramaiah is all set to come to Delhi and meet the party high command. Back to you, Pierre.
All right, Anand, stay on with us. We're tracking further updates this time from Bengaluru itself. We're now learning that Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has, of course, called a breakfast meeting of his party leaders at his residence in Bengaluru this morning amid renewed speculation that he is going to submit his resignation. There are latest visuals you can see on your screen from outside the Chief Minister's residence. In the meantime, we're also tracking some further developments. We're learning that ministers and legislators have started to arrive at the CM's residence in Kaveri for the breakfast meeting that has been called. Sources, of course, earlier indicated that Siddaramaiah will convey to his cabinet colleagues and other legislators that he has decided to step down. What's interesting is that D.K. Shivkumar is yet to arrive for this breakfast meeting. Belly, of course, had joined us about an hour back informing that it was going to start at 9. Now we're learning it's about to start at 10. Anand, stay on. We have Belly from the ground in Bengaluru. I'll go to him first, then I'll come to you. Belly, what's happening on the ground? Initially, the meeting was called for 9 a.m. Now it's likely to start at around 10 a.m. But some of the ministers have already started arriving.
Absolutely, Pia. So right now I am in front of the Chief Minister's residence here in Kaveri, wherein we got to see a few ministers and legislators like MC Sudhakar, Bhairathi Suresh, who is the Urban Development Minister, and the Labour Minister Santosh Lad, who had arrived for the breakfast meeting. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had called in for a meeting among his cabinet colleagues as well as all the legislators who are around 136 of them from Congress, who are likely to arrive here at this point in time. However, DK Shivkumar has still not arrived. The breakfast will not start unless a lot of people come here. Right now, the ministers have started to come in, is what we gather. So they'll be kind of having a chit chat with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and waiting for the others to come. Well, the full and fully fledged breakfast meeting would happen anywhere from 10 o'clock is what we are learning from sources, Pia.
Please stay on with us. We're tracking further updates. There's been a fresh twist amid speculation over a possible leadership change in Karnataka. We're learning that Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot has now left Bengaluru for Indore, citing personal reasons. Sources at Lok Bhavan have stated that the governor departed late on Wednesday night and is expected to return later today, although the timing remains unclear. This, of course, comes amid reports of possible changes in the state leadership, with sources indicating that any resignation by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah would require the governor's personal acceptance after a meeting between the two. The governor is also expected to be back ahead of the Vice President's visit to Karnataka on Friday. Anand Singh still with us on the broadcast. Anand, interesting developments because, time was earlier sought by CM Siddaramaiah from the governor. He was given the time of 11 a.m. for this particular meeting. But sources at Lok Bhavan now say that the governor had departed for Indore on late Wednesday evening, and he's expected to return later today. What are you tracking on that front?
Yeah, look, it's quite interesting that Governor with whom Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has sought appointment for a meeting yesterday. So clearly, the time was allocated to him, and the sources earlier indicated that it was 11 a.m. But then the timing was changed to 3 p.m. So clearly, looking at the way in which the timing got changed, and late last night, this is what the local sources have said, that the governor had left for Indore on some personal grounds, some personal emergency. So clearly, it is yet to be seen if the governor will be back to Bengaluru at the time he has allocated for Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah for a meeting. So clearly, it needs to be seen that whether governor will be returning around 3 p.m. To Bengaluru from Indore as the timing of Siddaramaiah's meeting is at 3 p.m. only. So clearly, this will be very interesting that after that meeting with Governor Siddaramaiah is also set to travel to the national capital to meet the party high command. But if he is going to step down, then it needs personal approval from governor itself. So clearly, it's very crucial that governor has to be there. If Siddaramaiah is going to tender his resignation from his post, as Siddaramaiah is one of the stalwart leaders in Karnataka, one of the top Congress leaders over there. So clearly, presence of governor is required for a power transition in the state where DK Shivkumar is being seen as his successor. So clearly, it all depends on the governor's travel itinerary, at what time he is all set to return to Bengaluru. It needs to be seen later in the day as the time allocated to Siddaramaiah is around 3 p.m. from the Lok Bhavan. Back to you.
All right, Anand, updated timing there. We're also learning that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is seeking a fresh appointment with the governor amid strong speculation over leadership changes. Sources indicate he may make way for Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar as part of a potential transition, though no official announcement has been made. Amid growing buzz, AICC General Secretary Randeep Singh Surjewala has stated that no Congress Legislature Party meeting has been called and has urged people not to speculate, even as he continues meetings with senior party leaders in Bengaluru. I'll come to Anand first and then I'll go to Belly. Anand, you know, what's been happening as far as the High Command is concerned? What are you picking up with regards to the murmurs in the Congress circles in Delhi? We do know that Randeep Singh Surjewala, the Karnataka in charge of the Congress party, has been holding a lot of meetings back to back. You know, we'd also informed our viewers sometime last year that there was, yes, a 2.5-year formula that was discussed as soon as the Congress had come to power in the state, in Karnataka, during the assembly elections that were held. And do we think that is now going to catalyze?
Yeah, look, the way in which Randeep Singh Surjewala has flown to Bengaluru just after Siddaramaiah had left from the metro capital, after holding a detailed marathon meeting with the party leadership in which Surjewala was also part of. So clearly, after that marathon meeting, we have seen that how the Congress leadership, especially GSO and Randeep Singh Surjewala, both have said that they had only discussed Rajya Sabha election as well as MLC election, and there was nothing to speculate on the change of guard in the state. So clearly, he has maintained that thing after arriving in Bengaluru, where he had met several of the MLAs, several of the ministers. And he has said that there is nothing to speculate as everything is going smooth in the government. But the way in which the development has taken shape, as so many people close to Siddaramaiah, they have said on record that how Siddaramaiah is going to step down, as he has been asked by the party high command to step down and to give way for a proper power transition in the state. So clearly, Surjewala has been denying all these reports that there is any change of guard. However, the people close to Siddaramaiah, they are saying that he's going to step down, but it needs to be seen that what Siddaramaiah has to announce to all of his party colleagues, the MLAs, the cabinet ministers who are present there at breakfast at his residence Kaveri in Bengaluru. So clearly, it's quite interesting the way in which the marathon meeting has happened here in Delhi. Then after which Siddaramaiah held discussion with 5 of his ministers at the residence of Indore in the national capital just after the meeting with High Command. And then he left for Bengaluru. Even in Bengaluru, yesterday he met several of his MLAs and ministers at his residence who had came to his residence over there. So clearly, just now, right now, the breakfast meeting is going on. So all these indications are completely showing the way for power transition. However, D.K. Shivkumar name has not been given by any of the party colleagues. We have spoken to Siddaramaiah that he will be his successor. So clearly, there is still climax on the name of his successor that he is going to succeed Siddaramaiah in Karnataka. That's it.
All right, Anand, I'd like to thank you. In the meantime, we're getting fresh updates from Bengaluru. It seems that Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar has now left his residence. He is en route Kaveri, the Chief Minister's residence, for the breakfast meeting that has been called by CM Siddaramaiah. Belly still with us on the broadcast. Belly, if you can show our viewers how it looks outside Kaveri at this moment. What's the mood like on the ground? We can see some of the party cadres, you know, cheering outside quite enthusiastically. But we also know, as far as the latest information is concerned, that yes, D.K. Shivkumar has left his residence. He is headed towards Kaveri.
Absolutely, Pia. So this is the situation here in front of the Kaveri, the CM's residence. You can see a lot of media presence with police security personnel deployed here, with a lot of cabinet ministers and ministers expected to arrive in any time. We are also learning that the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar has left his house. At any time he could arrive in this place. There are the traffic police and the law and order police moving here and there to make way for these ministers who would be arriving for the breakfast meeting here. And we also got to know that DK Shivakumar, who was in Delhi, had come to Bengaluru late night because of his astrologer, who had asked him to prepone his visit to Bengaluru, as he has to do an early morning puja here before he comes for the breakfast meeting, is what we gather from sources. And that was the reason his kind of little late arriving at the Kaveri here in the Chief Minister's residence. So here the mood is like, people, his supporters are kind of staying that side. The police are not allowing anyone to come here because they suspect that there could be some kind of commotion that would occur. The traffic movement has been stopped as of now, with the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar, who would be arriving now in any time, after which the breakfast meeting will begin. So as of now, what we are given to understand is that many of the who's and who's of the Congress government, especially with the Siddaramaiah's camp, has arrived, and they are waiting for the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar to arrive here at the CM's residence in Kaveri for the breakfast. I can ask my Vijay to show the visuals that DK Shivakumar has arrived now. You can see the visuals of his convoy entering the Chief Minister's residence Kaveri here. So this is DK Shivakumar, who has just now arrived, and his convoy is heading into the house of the Chief Minister here in Bengaluru. So any time from now, the breakfast meeting will start, and there would be some kind of decisions that's coming out after the breakfast meeting happen. So he and his loyalist legislators are the ones who are following in this convoy of DK Shivakumar, who has just arrived at the CM's residence in Kaveri here, Pia.
Absolutely. And what an electrifying atmosphere on the ground. We can also see some of the cadres of the Congress party who are present. They've been, of course, cheering. There was quite the reception that DK Shivakumar had in fact received earlier itself when he had arrived back in Bengaluru. In the meantime, Belly, I will come back to you and track these updates very, very shortly. But this is the latest from Karnataka.